Okay class, good day. So we'll now continue our plate number 3. So the same procedure, you open your destination folder. So this is our destination folder. And then next is opening the specified folder. In this case, I have the 11WC folder. I am done with plate number 1 and plate number 2. So what am I going to do now is to copy this one and then paste it also here. And then we will remove the word copy here and then replace it with 3. Okay, and after that, open that file, which is the one is De La Cruz. This is just an example. Okay, so our AutoCAD program is loading, and then okay. So this is our plate number 2. So it's up to you. First, we'll have to edit this one by double clicking the text, and then wait it to show up like this blue window, and then click the word and then change it to plate number 3. And then of course you change the date kung kailan nyo siya natapos, right? And then since in this plate we will be having arcs and circle, what you're going to do is to delete all the lines inside the square. Okay, so if you are having hard time deleting this one, you can just delete all of this. And then what we're going to do is just to create or make use of the command to copy for us to create another square, because it will be hard for us to delete it one by one. So I think it will be better for us to create another copy using commands to copy, just like command mirror. So I'll use the command copy, CO, enter. You can click this one and then click the snap, which is the endpoint, and then the same command also here, and then I'll pick the midpoint and then midpoint. And then for our another 3 square, you can make use of the command mirror, and then select all the 3, and then so this is not the mirror line, because the mirror line of this one, the midpoint is from here to here. So what we're going to do for us to get the middle of this one is through the use of MTP for us to find the mirror line. Okay, so that's it. So if you will see this hidden line color like orange, click and then enter. Okay, next is we type layer and then see to it that we are on the right layer, which is, it should be line layer. Okay, so this is correct. Just have to close, or you can also make use of the auto hide. So as whenever you want to use command layer, it will be easy for you to access it, even if without typing command LA or layer. Okay, so let us have a sneak peek of our next project or next plate, which is plate number 3. So I have a picture here of our next plate. So let us see. So it is located in this folder. So for us to have a glimpse or the appearance of our plate number 3, so it will look like this. So as you can see, we don't have here straight lines. We have shifted to making use of our next command, which is the use of command circle. So let us first have the first design. Okay, let's go back to the AutoCAD application. So for our first design, we'll be typing the command circle. Shortcut key is C. Type C, enter. So as you can see, specify center point, but we don't have the center point here. So rather, we'll make use of the command mid between 2 points for us to create the center. So type MTP, first point, and then second point. Okay, so after getting the center point, which is this one, we'll now find either the midpoint or the perpendicular here. Click. So kung nakuha na natin to, what we're going to do now is to offset this one inside. So type O, and then offset distance is 5 millimeters. So offset this one, then type multiple. Okay, so that's it for our first design for this plate number 3. Okay, so we'll now proceed with the second design. So again, let us check. So for our next design, it will be this one. So this time it is a semicircle. Okay, but again, we'll still be using the command circle for this one. Let us go back to the AutoCAD software. Okay, so as you can see, we have 4 sets of semicircle here. So what we're going first is to make use of the command circle. So type C. This time, our center will be this one, and then this will be our radius. Okay, so before we proceed offsetting this one, we'll have to trim this one. So type PR, and then remove unnecessary line. So that is the time for us to offset this one by 5 millimeters. So type offset, then offset distance 5, or you can make use of the multiple option. Okay, next is you can either repeat the same procedure or you can make use of the command mirror. So type MI for this one, and then I'll select all the object to be mirrored, enter. Of course, the mirror line should be this one. Okay, since it will face it as if this is a mirror. Okay, so I'll find the midpoint to midpoint, and then don't forget to enter. Another, so type circle. Actually, you can also copy this one. You can also copy this one, and then you can just paste it in the midpoint. Okay, so 3R, trim, and then delete unnecessary lines. Next, you can also copy this one or mirror. Okay, so if you want command mirror, you'll have to select all of this. So this time we'll be using the window selection for us to pick the specific lines that we wanted. So click this one, and then center point, and then mirror line, enter. So that's it for our second design for plate number 3. Let us now proceed to design number 3. For our design number 3, so this one is a semicircle. So this one, as you can see, is a 1/4 circle. Okay, let us go back to the AutoCAD software. So next here is creating a circle using the center here as our center for the circle, and then we find the midpoint. See to it that your snap here is a midpoint. So ano pa yung itsura ng isang midpoint? Will be it looks like a triangle. Okay, then click, then next is trim, and then we remove the unnecessary line, and then we offset by 5 millimeters. Then make use of the option multiple for us to create multiple copies. Then type MI for us to create a mirror image. You click this one. You can make use of this one, but This one, see to it that you are in ortho mode for you to make use of this feature. Click, enter. Then again, mirror. Again, I am using the crossing selection. Enter. Mirror line. Mirror line. Enter. Next is for us to offset this one by one. Okay. So offset by 5 millimeters. You can make also use of the multiple, and then using the fillet command, you click this one, then this one. Next is fillet this one, and then this one. Next, this one, until we create our desired design. Next, so it looks like a diamond shape, like fillet. Then we'll have the last one. Okay, so that's it for our design number 3. We'll now immediately proceed with design number 4. So for our design number 4, okay, so it consists of pure circle, but it varies with size. So from small circle to the biggest circle, which comprises the total length of the square. Okay, so for this one, we'll be needing lines for us to create this design. Okay, so what we need here is a line here. I'll create a line and then offset this one by 5 millimeters. So offset this one, then I'll type multiple for me to create this. So for this one, we'll be using command circle, but this time we'll be using the option of circle, which is 2 points. So as you can see here, if you type command circle, it shows different option, which is 3 points or 3P, 2P or 12 points, or TTR, or what we call the tangent R. So for this one, we'll be using the 2P. You can just either click this one or type 2P. So why do we need 2 points for this circle? Because we'll be using this one, and then as you can see, we have it here. Okay, so 2 points since hindi nanggaling yung center niya from the center of the circle, but from the diameter, both sides. Okay, so the same procedure with our next circle. So type circle, then 2P, and then we find the midpoint. Okay, type C, then 2P again. The same procedure, type C, type 2P for 2 points. Again, command circle. So since AutoCAD remembers your previous command, so there's no need for you to type C. So just make use of your enter key or space bar. Okay, so repeat the same procedure until you build up the circles or the needed circles here. So it starts here. So this will be our always the point of origin. Actually, you can also start this one and then this one. Okay, but it's better for us to start here. So as we have only one point of origin. Okay, type 2P. So we have learned circle, no? Para paggawa ng circle dealing center, we can make use of the 2 points. Again, type C, or you can just click the enter key and then the smallest circle. Okay. Next, after we are done with the circles, we now delete unnecessary lines. So for this one, we can also make use of the window selection. So in the window selection, all of the lines or entities inside the window, sila lang yung madidelete or masaselect. Okay? So for this one, the use of window selection is good. Okay? Then delete. Okay? So we are done with the fourth design. So let us now check the fifth design. So for this one, you'll be needing circles, no? 4, actually 5 sets of circle. But first, we'll create the 4. Okay. So what we're going to do here is to make use of the command line for projection line. So this serves as a guide. Okay. Next is create circle, type C, and then of course we cannot find the midpoint here if we will not use the MTP. So first point, second point. Okay. So as you can see here, the use of MTP is very important. Okay, offset, then the same offset distance, you just have to click. Okay, and then MI. Enter. Then you make use of the MI here. So select all the circle here and then mirror line. Pwede rin naman kahit dito lang. So as basta't importante, diretso siya. Yan. Enter. And then so kung muna natin tatanggalin yung mga lines, we'll be needing this one so as di na tayo mag-MTP. Okay? So let us check design kung hanggang saan yung yan. So kung makikita natin, no, it will collide here. So let us make use of command circle, type C, and then as you can see the symbol, snap symbol here, which is perpendicular. Okay, so there's no need for you to offset. Of course you can also offset, but you can also make use of the perpendicular here, like this one. Okay, then another circle. For this one we'll be needing to offset by 5 millimeters. Okay, and then we now remove unnecessary lines. Okay, so that is for our second to the last design. We'll now proceed to the fourth design, which is this one. Okay, so this one, this will be our center point, and then this will be the radius. Okay, so again the same, we'll be using the command circle. So type C, and then type C. Then, so instead of the command trim, we can make use of the command fillet here. Okay, so let us try if this one will do. So this time hindi pwede, no? We can shift with the use of trim. Okay, then yan. So in this case, hindi natin sinelect lahat, no? We just selected these lines. Sometimes kasi pag-trim, hindi naman kailangan lahat sineselect. Okay? Sometimes we have to be selective with the lines. And then, we'll offset this one by 5. We'll be using the offset multiple. Okay, next. Vice versa. Then, multiple. Okay. And then, what we're going to do here is to offset or fillet this one. Okay. And then, so kailangan yung diretsong ito ang finifilet. So you should understand the pattern. Type F for fillet. Okay. So this one will not be needed, no? Tagalin na natin to. These are just excess. Again, type F for us to create this one. To sa other design natin, we can repeat the same procedure, but it will be more convenient for us to make use of the command mirror here. Using the mirror line, midpoint of the square. So type MI. I'll select all of this using the crossing selection. Enter. Okay. So situate. If you want to point it here, situate na naka-ortho tayo, no? Or you can just pick the midpoint. So pag pick natin ang second mirror line, mawawala yan, and then we'll just have to enter para lumitaw yung line na minirror natin. Then enter. Okay. Then double check all the patterns, and then the details. So situate that you have edited the plate number. Okay, so that's it for our plate number 3. So I'll see you with our next video vlog. It will be our plate number 4.